All right, no filter MMA family. This is your boy BJ, your favorite person of all time, back with another video short. Guys, so we have Felicia Spencer versus Cris Cyborg coming up this weekend, Saturday, UFC 240. I'm looking forward to UFC 240 for a number of reasons, and this is one of the numbers, okay? So let's talk about Felicia Spencer versus Cris Cyborg. Obviously, Cyborg is going to be a huge favorite in this fight, just because of who she is and where she's been and what she's done, for the sport of women's MMA. But she is, she's rebounding, coming off of the loss to Amanda Nunes, devastating loss to Amanda Nunes. So there's always going to be a lot of questions surrounding what Cris Cyborg are we going to get. That's always kind of a question that, when someone like Cyborg, someone dominant like that, suffers a devastating loss. It's always a question of what they're going to be like when they come back. And she's coming back, and she's not coming back against a slouch. She's coming back against Felicia Spencer. Felicia Spencer coming off the win over Megan Anderson. What's nice about this fight, but it's still kind of like, what's nice about it is that we are seeing Cyborg face a legit, besides Amanda Nunes, we're seeing Cyborg face a legit featherweight. Because Amanda Nunes was a featherweight before she was a bantamweight, and she fought competitively at featherweight. So, the thing about Felicia Spencer, Felicia is not somebody who can cut down to 135. And she's made that very clear and very open. I am a 145 pounder, just like Megan Anderson. Megan Anderson ain't making 135. And you know what I'm saying? So, man, I fucking hate when somebody calls me in the middle of a video. Y'all, nobody ever calls me until I'm on a video. Like for real. Let me do my video. But anyways, as I was saying, I forgot what I was saying. Hell, shit. Anyways, they're not gonna know what kind of, she's coming off the win over Megan Anderson. That's what I was saying. Felicia Spencer's a legit 45 pounder. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at this matchup, of course, we know that Cyborg everybody's talked enough about Cyborg. We know what Cyborg can do. We know what she's capable of. But let's talk about Felicia Spencer. A lot of people make the mistake to categorize Felicia Spencer as a grappler. That's just what she's chosen to show most of. But Felicia Spencer comes from a striking background. And a lot of people skim over that. A lot of people skim over a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people, people are skimming over the fact that Felicia Spencer has that background in traditional mixed martial arts. Taekwondo, I believe it is. Karate and Taekwondo. And if you look at some of Felicia Spencer's past fights in Invicta, you can see Felicia really showcasing a lot of the traditional mixed martial arts striking. Like, Felicia Spencer has got fantastic kicks. Of course, I wouldn't have expected her to use those kicks a whole lot against Megan Anderson just because of the reach advantage. And when you kick, you're susceptible to that straight. You know what I'm saying? So it depending on what kind of kick you throw, but we've seen a lot in the Macy Barber JJ Aldridge fight. So I wouldn't have expected Felicia Spencer to be out there trying to kick Megan Anderson to death. But Felicia Spencer, she comes, with a pretty solid skill set. This is not a fight that, this is not a fighter that I don't believe that Cyborg is just going to do away with Felicia Spencer. I believe this is going to be a competitive fight. I really do. I really feel that this fight will be competitive. I feel, like Cyborg's going to try to implement her game plan, and I feel, that Felicia Spencer has more than one way of trying to finish this fight. Like, if this fight was to go to the ground, and I'm pretty sure they've been looking at the Yana Kunitskaya fight. If this fight was to go to the ground, and if Felicia Spencer climbs on Cyborg's back, that's a huge problem for Cyborg. But the thing about the striking part of it is, like, Felicia Spencer is comfortable striking. Now, I hope she has really good head movement to kind of get out of the way of the shots of Cyborg, because I would hate to see, I would hate to see Felicia Spencer standing there taking knockers from Cyborg. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not going to be good for the longevity of Felicia Spencer's career. You know, I would hope that Felicia Spencer wouldn't be a stationary target, kind of like Yana Kunitskaya was when she fought Cyborg, just a stationary target that's there to be hit. You know what I'm saying? Like, Yana stood there and just waited on the impending doom to rain down on her when she was fighting Cyborg. You know, so, which I don't think that, you know, Yana could have won that fight in a striking match. Yana doesn't throw with a lot of power, but Felicia Spencer, on the other hand, Felicia Spencer, you know, a matchup I would love to see would be Felicia Spencer versus Leah Letson, because of the Taekwondo background. You know, she kind of reminds me a lot of Leah Letson. You know what I'm saying? Like, when Leah Letson knocked out Elizabeth Phillips and Invicta, that was spectacular. Spectacular! Shout out to Leonidas Letson, baby. But, you know, I just feel like Felicia Spencer brings an interesting tool set and skill set to this fight. And I feel like she'll make it interesting. I feel like, you know, if she can avoid the big shots of Cyborg, I feel like this will be a very interesting 145-pound fight. I want to see a good, competitive, real 145-pound fight, because we haven't seen that yet. The only 145-pound fight that we really seen that was like a true 145-pound fight, like a, you know what I'm saying, like a good 45-pound fight. And then even with Cyborg Nunes, but it really wasn't even that long. It wasn't that entertaining. It was, you know, she knocked her out and whoa, the crowd goes crazy, and then that's it. You know, and then, you know, you had the fight with Holly. Holly's a bantamweight. You know, you had Jermaine and Holly. They're both bantamweights. You know what I'm saying? Like, Cyborg and Felicia Spencer is like the first true 145-pound fight in the UFC. You know what I'm saying? Because the only true featherweights that they have is, you know, and I consider Amanda Nunes as a true featherweight. So you have Amanda Nunes, you have Cyborg, and you have Megan Anderson. And now you have Felicia Spencer. So, you know, it's just kind of it's kind of a, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. You know, so I feel like this is like the first true 145-pound fight, and I'm super excited to see it. You know, whoever wins this Caitlin Young, Pam Bam Sorensen fight, we can see that fight coming. We can see that fight, that winner coming into the UFC. You know, UFC is snatching the Invicta champions out of Invicta. You know, so we'll see. But, you know, of course, Cyborg, understandably, is going to be a heavy favorite. A lot of people are going to be expecting Cyborg to win. I am expecting Cyborg to probably win this fight. I just really want to see Felicia Spencer go in there and really put her best foot forward and give it everything she's got. If Felicia Spencer does that, and she makes this fight competitive, and she does not get knocked out, and she can go 3 rounds with Cyborg, her stock would go up so much. Everybody will know who Felicia Spencer is if she can pull that off. If Felicia Spencer can pull off a 3-round war with Cris Cyborg, you know, and make it very competitive, her stock rises. You know, and that's just is what it is. It is what it is. So you guys let me know how you guys feel about Felicia Spencer taking on the biggest test of her undefeated MMA career, you know, and in a fight against Cyborg. This is your boy BJ back from No Filter MMA, guys. Drop the comments in the comment section. Hit the like button if you dig. Hit the dislike button if you don't dig. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button.